really, really honored and so happy. You know how much it could really help me out, just like to inspire, and of course to get some information that I think that you are going to inspire me also, based on your
Uh,
experiences, and so.
okay,
All
okay.
right.
Let's
Yeah.
try to do that.
All
That's
right.
my
Okay.
goal.
Are you a family man? Do you have any
No, I'm now. I used to be,
mhm.
but I divorced with
Mm-hmm.
my wife
Oh,
recently. It's about
just like recently?
year and a half. Yeah,
I'm so sorry to hear about that thing.
yeah, that happens. That's our world that we live. So we
Mm-hmm.
have to go on and move on.
Mm-hmm. At that age. By the way, where you live in?
Where I'm living in Serbia,
Okay.
in
And your nationality is a
city that
Syrian.
Serbian. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So how do you do?
Well, I'm doing quite well. Yeah. Mm, I like to say you have to be aware of the life. You know, life is not easy. Life is hard actually.
I totally agree.
Uh, and when you accept that, you know, then it becomes easier. That's that's
How are you
in our
going to
nature.
accept things like for the first place you don't know yet or you don't know anything yet? Where do you want or where are you going to start to? How are you going to accept everything and understand?
No. It's hard to accept. That's a struggle,
Mm-hmm.
but it's possible. You know, when you accept things that are hard,
Mm-hmm.
then it's actually happening something magically in our in our nature, in our character, in our feelings, in our being. We become we accept that, and it becomes like we become stronger. We said,
Oh.
okay, that's it, you know. And what's let's face it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And when a person is ready to face the life as it is and problems that are coming, and they will come. You know, we cannot lie ourselves
Mm.
that we will not have any more problems in our lives. You know, that's a lie. You know, the
Of
problems just
course.
come,
No one does.
and you can just go on with that and say, okay, I have some goals in my life, and I want to live a life. I love life. I love to live. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and then you can go through that, through everything.
So, how old are you, if you don't mind?
57.
57. At the age of 57, still working, and then you are a teacher, right? Online.
I am.
Right. And
I
aside from
am.
that one, what do you do?
Beside that, that's interesting. I did many things, but the most of my life I was working in a church, and I used to work as associate pastor and youth pastor, mostly,
Nice. Nice.
working with young people, organizing things like conferences, music
Nice.
events, English camps.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Also, I run the organization that was working with the youth leaders and equipping youth leaders. Uh, Basically, you know, that's that's all about.
How did
Traveled a lot.
how did you turn into yourself into that one? Those are things that you're doing right now. How it
Well,
happened?
I
Did you
used to,
started from that? Like you
mm,
work from the church, you inspire, you
yeah,
guide
I
people.
worked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I worked for church
Mm-hmm.
30 years, maybe even a little bit more.
Oh, I'm so
And
honored
then
to have you, Chaga.
it was enough. You know what I mean? I said, that's it. You know, I need to change something. So
Mm-hmm.
I needed some room for me because I was very occupied. You know,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I was thinking that 24 hours a day is not enough,
Mm-hmm.
and then some circumstances happened and so on, and then I was just taking some breaks, some sabbaticums are called, and then I said I would like to work from home. What can I do?
All right. Yeah.
Because I wanted to change my rhythm
Uh-huh.
and the other things, and then I figured out there is a possibility to teach English and I like English, and I know English, and
Uh-huh.
let's try. Yeah,
How
that's
long? How long have you been working as an English online
uh,
teacher?
4 years
For four
now,
years. Oh, same as
for
here.
sure. Maybe even more,
Oh, whoa, whoa.
a
All
little bit more than
right.
4 years.
I have that.
And then I started, and I love it, because I could
Enjoying,
meet
huh?
people from other countries,
Uh
far,
huh.
far, far away
Uh
from
huh.
me,
Uh huh.
like
Uh huh. Uh
China,
huh. All right.
Japan, South Korea,
Okay, good.
Taiwan.
Oh, Taiwanese.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm. Really nice.
Yeah.
Meeting people really good, right? And I'm so
Oh,
very
definitely.
fortunate and so lucky to have you. By the way, I would like to say thank you ahead of time, and every time I'm going to say thank you for this. Okay?
Okay.
You're such a nice person.
You just, how can I say? You don't need to say many times thank you. Just here once, it's enough.
Thank
I
you,
will
thank you.
accept it here.
You
Yeah.
said it. Okay, all right. I
Yeah.
have some couple of questions here, just
Yeah.
just because my main goal is to inspire other people. Of course, me myself, all right, because I'm looking for some answers. By the way,
Hmm.
at the age of 57 years old, do you have any plans like you're going to retire at this age? Any preparation for that one?
Hmm.
To when to
Well, I
stop?
don't want to. I don't want to think about that now. I mean, I still. How can I say? I'm still excited about working and doing things. For now, I'm just what
Enjoying.
I'm doing. I'm doing this, but I have I have time, plenty time after, and then I'm trying to do some other things, and looking for other options
Mm-hmm.
for being involved in things. To
Involved in
retire,
what? Can you name those things that or there's still any
yeah.
plans in the future or upcoming?
Well, there are some possibilities, but I'm still not in it, and I don't know if I'm going to be in those. I just make some kind of researching of possibilities because I like to be with people. I
Oh,
like to
nice.
spread the gospel,
Oh, nice, nice,
and
nice.
and
Please add me on
so
those people who wanted to learn also with about the Gospels. Okay, please. I wanted
could
to.
you repeat that?
I
I
really
didn't get
wanted
it.
to. You have mentioned to me that you love spreading about the Gospels. You love educating people about God, and please count me in.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, when you read the gospel and you read the Bible, of course, the message of the gospel is we should spread the news, the good news. So that's a main drive that you have as you become a newborn Christian. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And why? Because if there is a God and there is God as Bible is discovering the God who is love and our goal of existence.
Mm-hmm.
We should meet God and get to know Him, and that's the gospel.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's like that you are in a desert. Like you're in the desert. Everybody, whole humanity is in a desert, and you found you found the well. You found the
Okay.
water there,
Mm-hmm.
and then you drink because you are so thirsty.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you finish being thirsty, the water is still there. And then you say, wait a minute, these people they don't know about that.
Want to
Hey,
share that?
here is the yeah,
Uh-huh.
here is the whale. Yeah,
Come
you're
on and
thirsty.
drink
Come
it.
on.
Okay.
So that's basically it. But how to do that when you speak to people about God, especially in this time,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
something is happening. People are resistant to that
Mm-hmm.
message. They don't, why this, why
Mm-hmm.
so many religions, why so
Mm-hmm.
many denominations, why, and then trying to figure out reasons why to say no.
Mm-hmm.
This is the attitude of people today.
Mm-hmm.
And but what is my goal?
Mm-hmm.
What is my role in
Okay.
all of this? Is my role is to present the gospel in the best way to people so that they can understand, so that they can realize that I'm not forcing anything.
Okay.
I'm just giving them message, and if they're willing, I'm willing to help them so that they can get to know
Mm-hmm.
everything that they suppose about God.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, that's it.
what
and then
is
I'm looking
yeah
forward for the best way. How can I do that, and what kind of gifts I have
yeah
so
yeah.
that I can use.
What are the things that you can consider as a gift, and then why you are thinking that I need to share this to other people? This is what I'm trying to, to understand what, based on what you have told me before, all right, just like a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you
Mm-hmm.
wanted to share something. You wanted, it's your role. You have mentioned, right? It's your role,
Mm-hmm.
and you wanted to have that. Do you think that is your gift that could other people
Okay.
like, oh, it's present with
Okay.
us. It could benefit us.
Mm-hmm. Well, just to be clear, when I'm teaching English, I'm not speaking about God. This is not my subject. The subject is
Of course,
English.
this is a language.
Yeah, and but sometimes people, as a students, they come and they speak about their problems, and they just open themselves. Maybe sometimes they're not even aware of that, and they speak about marriage problems. They speak about uh, how
Any
can I say,
problems they might
depression
have,
problems.
personal
Yeah,
problems.
and then we just talk about it, because that's who I am, and then after that says, yeah, you're so good teacher, and I'm gonna come back, because they feel more, you know, refreshed, not just because of English, but because they got some kind of encouragement or
Yeah, yeah,
whatever,
yeah. It's an encouragement.
uh,
Yeah.
and
Maybe you enlighten
so
them, right? There is
in
a
a way,
hope. Mm-hmm.
just I'm just telling them, what is the perspective, of the, why people are doing what they are doing, what is the, the consequences, and how, I had a broken marriage.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm not immune on the problems, and on,
Okay.
somebody who can say, you have broken marriage, and you tell me
Yeah.
something about
And
that.
how are you going to
Well,
defend
well, well, well,
for
Jesus
that
was
one?
Jesus was on the cross. Jesus was on the cross, and he was dying there, and he was, he didn't do anything wrong, but on the end he died, on the cross. So we, as a Christians, we are not immune on the problems. We will. In fact, Bible is not speaking. God is not speaking that if you are with Him, you will not have problems. The
Mm-hmm.
problems will come.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is how you going to go through these problems, and what it will be after that. Are you going to be a better person?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to learn something?
Mm-hmm.
Is your character is going to be becoming better, stronger,
Mm-hmm.
or opposite? So I believe if you are with God, and if you face the problem and you realize, okay, that's the problem, I have to you know
Mm-hmm.
go through that, but I want to become a better person after that. I want to become stronger. I want to
Mm-hmm.
become. I want to learn something from this,
Mm-hmm.
because this life is just passing by, and
Mm-hmm.
one day it will end. What will be after that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I want to take something,
Mm-hmm.
so that I can present one day, which I believe I will stand before God. I will present something like that. This is what I've learned. This is what even it was not easy. I produce something if I can.
All right.
sometimes I succeed. Sometimes I fail.
Mm-hmm. And that's human nature, right? It's
Yeah,
it's actually it's actually natural. All right. So yeah.
yeah. Go on, go on.
All right. Okay. So what is your favorite thing about your personality?
About my personality, my favorite thing about my personality. My favorite thing is my personality is that I'm alive. I'm still alive. Some of
Yeah,
my
yeah. I
friends, they
mean,
are
the
not.
personality that you can, it's not
Yeah,
a
I know.
character whatsoever. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm honest. I like to be. I mean, not I like to be. I am honest. Sometimes that's good. Sometimes that's not good. Sometimes I have consequences, bad consequences because of that. But That's who I am. I
Mm-hmm.
am. I don't like injustice, for
Oh,
instance,
nice. Mm-hmm.
and I will react if I see injustice in a way
Mm-hmm. You're not
you
going
know
to put yourself in silence, huh?
to go against it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot. It's really hard, because you have to be tactical with people, and sometimes you have to smile and say when they ask you, "How are you?"
Uh-huh.
and you say, "I'm good. Yeah, I'm good,"
But
but
behind
you're
it,
not good. but
Okay.
actually you're not good, and this
Uh-huh.
is really hard for me when some people say me, and I don't feel good, and that to say, yeah, I'm okay, because you're lying.
Uh-huh.
You're trying to, you don't want to talk, go into that,
Okay,
because
I
that
think that's
person
the
is not.
main thing. All right, you don't want to talk into that one. Maybe you just wanted to. Hey, I need to relax. I need to breathe on. Okay, let's stop with that. Okay, and then
Yeah,
finally
yeah,
you need to say you're okay, but you're not.
yeah, yeah, but you cannot say to everybody that you are not okay. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? You cannot just say to ordinary person,
Mm-hmm.
our friend or
Acquaintance.
acquaintance,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah, and you say, yeah, I'm okay, yeah, I'm okay, and you're lying. You say, I know I'm lying, but I'm you just say, yeah, that's not me, yeah, but
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and just avoid
Mm-hmm.
in that way to talk about the situation, and then you desperately looking for someone that you can
Mm-hmm.
say, hey, I'm not okay, I feel so miserable, and I don't know what to do, please help me,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have just maybe one or two friends that you
Mm-hmm.
can share that.
Nice. At least truth,
Yeah,
true, through.
and then you are rich, and you are rich if you have two friends. You know what I mean? That's a lot.
Okay.
So yeah, this is I'm honest.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, I'm really honest, and I don't like injustice. Definitely.
Honest and doesn't like injustice. Mm. What is
Yeah.
something that you have accomplished as an adult that your younger
What,
self would be proud
mhm.
of?
Well, that's a good question. What should I say? Well, I will not say that I accomplished everything that I was dreaming about. Of course,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
especially when a young, yeah, like a young adult was, thinking about and dreaming about. But at least I have my peace. I don't depend on. I don't depend on others. I can make my own living.
Mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm.
traveled a lot. I saw the world. I wanted
Oh
to see the
wow.
world. I
Mm-hmm,
traveled really a lot.
mm-hmm.
I have some very, very good friends from early age
Mm-hmm.
still.
And still, do you have any communication with them right now?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
good.
we see each other.
They're
We
rich.
we yeah, you know what I mean. So that's very important.
Mm-hmm.
To have certain goals that are really like becoming, I don't know, to achieve something extraordinary and so on. It's not bad, to
Mm-hmm.
have these kind of goals, but usually we will not achieve that. You know what I mean? Most of people will not achieve that, and we have to learn how to accept life as it is, and to find satisfaction in that.
Oh,
You know,
satisfaction.
and
What is
yeah,
satisfaction?
to be
To your,
satisfied when
I mean,
you,
you are satisfied too. Yeah, yeah. We know the meaning of being satisfied, but do you have any
yeah.
satisfaction as of the moment? Do we have any fixed satisfaction? They, people are telling that, and I am also, all right, that
Mm,
satisfaction is never ending. It has not
oh,
to
that's
stop
that's
from one thing because you need to
that's
level up yourself. You need to have more when you already accomplish things, right?
that's called greed. We are a little bit
Okay.
greedy. We have to accept that, we are a little bit greedy. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
Mhm.
But we have to think about whole picture. There are people that are living very, very less
Mhm.
exciting that we are living,
Mhm.
and have much less that we have, and they smile,
Mhm.
and they have funny and interesting time, and they enjoy life,
Mhm.
and we have much more possibilities, much more everything, and then we think, I need, I need this,
Mhm.
I need that,
Mhm.
uh, 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 Jesus is speaking about what is the, I paraphrase, what is the most important thing in life, You know, you can. What he exactly said something like this. What will bring you? What kind of happiness and what kind of satisfaction will bring you if you get whole world, but you lose your life? You
Okay.
see, life that we have, that we are living creatures, that
Mm-hmm.
we have a reason and emotions and possibilities to to exist,
Mm-hmm.
is the most value that it that we should be aware of.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, of course, there are people that have miserable lives. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean, and they should try to fix that if it's
Mm-hmm.
possible somehow.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are realizing, man, my life is not miserable. I should be honest. To myself, and that's a satisfaction. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a happy person. Why we cannot say in the morning when we stand in front of the mirror,
Mm-hmm.
I shave or whatever, and
Yeah.
you don't shave, but and say, I'm I'm a I'm a happy person. Hey, I'm a happy person.
Nice. Good.
Yeah,
Despite
I
of
am a happy person.
struggles and what you have been through, just like a
I
hug.
have struggles.
Mm-hmm.
I have struggles and trials and tribulations and problems, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I'm a happy person.
Mm-hmm.
I can have my own peace. I can organize myself. I can control some of the things. I can, and just to be aware of it, just to wake up. You know what I mean? We sometimes we are just we are woke up. We wake up, but we are dreaming.
Mm-hmm.
We're sleeping,
And
but you wake
continuously
up.
doing something to our goals. What
Mm-hmm,
okay, so we have a lot of things that we wanted to, just like you,
mm-hmm,
you wanted to
mm-hmm,
continue spreading, and you don't have you're not thinking of retirement as of the moment.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
How do you manage things like, okay, when to stop,
but when to stop?
when to
I don't
rest?
know. Well, I rest. I have times to rest. This is very important part of my life to know how to rest.
Mm-hmm.
And when I see the signs of my body or whatever of my being that I'm tired, I just figure out the way how I can rest, and I really rest.
Mm-hmm.
I do some things or not do anything
Mm-hmm.
for a certain period of time that will rest me.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make this is my freedom actually. This that I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
stop when I want. In this kind of job that I'm working now, it's possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Before it wasn't. Before it was like you have to go there, you have to do that, you have to organize that, you have to da 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 da,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't rest in a way in the moment when I wanted. I had
Okay.
to always postpone, and then I'll find some time and I say, hey, listen. After that, I will not do anything.
Mm.
I will need to rest,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was okay, okay, okay. So I was also in that period of time was finding a little bit different in a different way, but I was finding time when I could rest.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, a lot of people that are that are retired, they're actually not stopping retired.
Mm-hmm.
In retiring.
Mm-hmm.
I just met a one friend of mine. He's a pastor from Sweden. He came
Uh-huh.
to visit me,
Mm-hmm.
and he's retired now. And I said, "Oh, you're retired?" He said, "Yeah, yeah." So what are you doing? That was my question. He said, "I'm writing books,"
Okay.
and
Still
he's
doing
writing books.
something, huh? It doesn't mean that you're
And
retired. You don't have to do anything at all.
what do you mean by retiring? You know,
Stop working, but you continue your life. I
no
think that's
people
what.
that
I think that's
usually
it.
the people that worked all their life, enjoy working. When they go retire, they will find something to do.
Of course, that's
They
your
will not
pastime
retire.
already, but no pressure.
Maybe you can say I'm retired now because I'm doing this what I'm doing now. This is my retirement.
Oh,
Let's say like that. Maybe.
I
You know,
like
I
to
just like
hear
talking
that.
with
I like
people.
that. I like that. Uh
Yeah.
huh. So, meaning to say, if you are enjoying, you are into pleasure, you are doing your passion, and this
Hmm.
doesn't mean that it's a job for you, then you are retired. Well,
Yeah,
technically, when we say retired, 50 years old and up, right? Mm-hmm.
yeah. This is our,
Typical.
yeah. How can I say, typical
Mm-hmm.
way of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Is there a place in the world that you feel most represents who you are?
the place in the world.
Mm-hmm. A place, or I like the place. I like the place because you've been through so many places, right? That's you mentioned to me.
Um,
Uh
it,
huh.
I was in Israel twice, and I really enjoyed that because my
I've never been in Israel.
my beliefs. You know what I mean? And Jesus was from Israel. Everything
Correct.
happened there.
Mm-hmm.
Whole Bible, so on. So I visited these places
Mm-hmm.
twice, and I
Mm-hmm.
was in a I was in a desert.
Oh.
Jesus spent time in the desert
Mm-hmm.
for 40 days,
Okay.
fasting, and and there was when we were going, it was we had a guide and so
Mm-hmm.
on. Everything
Mm-hmm.
was organized, and we went one period time of the into the desert with
Mm-hmm.
the Bedouins to
Mm-hmm.
spend time with the Bedouins.
Mm-hmm.
We were under these big tents of
Mm-hmm.
Bedouins. There were camels, everything. And it was beautiful. We ate their food, and we slept in a tent, and all this kind of. And then
Oh.
that came night, and after the night, we really had some kind of meetings there. It was very very inspiring. So I took a
Mm-hmm.
chair
You
and
are
I
with
went to the
people, just like
what?
who is with you during that time, and how many
Oh,
days you spent?
fellow people that work
Churchmate?
as a pastors and
Okay. Uh-huh.
Bible teachers, and
Mm-hmm.
this kind of. It was organized trip for
Missionaries. Are they missionaries?
missionaries.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was organized trip for people from different countries together.
Mm-hmm.
And then I took a chair and I went to the desert about maybe a kilometer. I was working to alone,
Mm-hmm.
totally. It was night, and I was sitting and believing Jesus was here, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and a lot of prophets from Old Testament, they were in the desert, like
Mm-hmm.
Elijah and so on and so on. And I was there in Israel, God.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very special. I felt something like never before, like God's presence and so on. I was praying there.
Oh.
Uh, I like to be in Israel. Israel is somehow
It's a
special,
home. It's a home for you.
Well, I said that to one of my guides. He was
Uh-huh.
really a good guide. He
Uh-huh.
knew New Testament and
Mm-hmm.
Old Testament, and he's a Jew.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to him, I feel like home here. And he said, welcome home.
Oh.
And yeah, Israel. Yeah.
I like the way how to pronounce your name, Chaga Dragan. Dragon is your middle name, or
Dragon. Okay, when you say dragon,
Dragon?
it's a dragon. Yeah, like a rah 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 dragon.
But it's spelled.
That's English, but it's a totally different meaning
Oh, what does your
in
name
my
mean?
language. Okay, it's not dragon, it's a
Mhm.
dragon.
Dragon. Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
it means deer, like a dragon is it comes from word deer, which means drag, dear boy, dear, my dear.
My dear.
Yeah.
Okay.
So dragon is like a dear boy, dear man,
My dear boy.
My-
Yeah.
like
My
a
dear
woman
child.
yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Mhm.
But also, what a little bit more for woman that loves a man, and woman will say to her man,
Mhm.
"You're my dear, loving man."
Dragon.
Dragon,
Dragon.
basically.
All right.
Dragan.
What about Chaga?
Chaga is a nickname that is derived from that dragon.
Oh, you just name
But
yourself Chaga.
It's hardly to explain. But in my neighborhood where I grew up as a child,
Mm-hmm.
we were having different kinds of nicknames. And
Mm-hmm.
for instance, there was one boy. He's Hungarian, but his name was Tibika, and they called him Chiba.
Chiba.
You see, Tibika, Chiba, Dragan, Chaga.
Oh, it's just like a name calling, pet's name. You know?
Yeah,
Okay,
and
okay.
then I became Chaga. I liked it, and it stayed like that for everywhere, wherever I go, and it's easier, especially for English-speaking people. Because when I say my name is Drag, I was once in a small chapel in England,
Uh-huh.
where the old people there are, old people, very polite, very,
Uh-huh.
traditionally English, and
Mm-hmm.
I was there, and there was a service, and there was a priest, and he said, he was speaking, and he was preaching like this, welcome to the service.
Uh-huh.
He was very, very, like traditional, and it was
Okay.
I love it, like because
Uh-huh.
I was in England, and
Uh-huh.
then on
Uh-huh.
the end, everybody was introducing themselves to each other, and there was two old ladies in front of me
Okay.
sitting, and I was, hello, my name is Dragan, and they were like,
What?
sure you are, sure you are. I was like, what did I say? Then I realized they understood I'm Dragon.
Oh, the dragon.
So I said, no, no, no anymore, no anymore. I will say Chaga. That's it, because people will think I'm weird. What kind of name is that? What kind of name is that if someone is called
but
Dragon?
but you know what? It's a good way for you to start a conversation. Just like start it from your name.
Oh,
Oh, you can
maybe.
get
Yeah,
along with
to
that.
provoke.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, maybe to provoke. Yeah,
Okay. It's nice. It's nice. Okay.
yeah.
So, you alone, living alone right now?
Yeah, my parents are with me now. They are quite old,
Uh-huh.
over 80, and I decided that they will come to stay with me so that I can be, watching them in a way,
Nice.
uh, and just, not to be alone, to be honest.
Who cook for you
But
guys?
they will
Who's
leave.
preparing
They
for
will leave.
everything? Who's preparing
Pardon?
for everything? I mean, the house chores. Who cooks for you? I mean, yeah.
I'm doing that, and sometimes my mom will help me, but I'm
Oh,
doing
80
that.
years old and up, still working on with that house chores.
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
She's very hardworking. She's amazing. She's a superwoman.
I can
Yeah.
tell that 80 years old, more than 80. Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's doing.
it's
She's,
really
she's
nice.
very willing. And when I start to do something, and she says, "Oh, let me help you. Let me help you." No, 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 no. Wait, wait.
Oh.
No, 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 no. She's fighting, and then okay,
She insists.
she's very happy when she can do that. Yeah.
Oh, nice, nice. Are you an only child?
Yes, I'm only child.
Oh, okay. How is it? You guys are already old. I mean, your parents are already old, 80s, more than 80s, and you
Mm-hmm.
are already turning to senior as 57 years
Mm-hmm.
old.
Hmm.
I'm so confused when I am in that age. I mean, how? I mean, what do you do
Because
for life?
because
How do you continue?
the perspective is radically changed when you come in this age. You know what I mean? Now, when you're thinking about that age, you think, "Wow, yeah, that's gonna be very old. I'm gonna be old." But actually, no, I don't feel old at all. Now I'm in that age. You know, it's okay. I just I keep on continuing to do things that was doing. I'm staying in
Your
connection with
routine.
the world.
It's your routine.
Yeah, I'm not trying to to allow that world will get over me. Like technology or whatever. It'll go in front of me. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to understand what's going on, what's happening, and just being as I was before. Only maybe I don't go to disco club now, and I don't go to to look for chasing girls, and I don't know whatever.
You're over
But
with that one.
well, that's a personal question now. I'm just that's a long story, but I'm not sure. I'm praying for that. I'm just praying
All right.
and thinking about what I will do. I don't know. There is a positive side of that to be alone, to stay alone, and positive side
To be with other people.
maybe not to stay alone with someone.
Mhm.
I don't know. Just and but it's not bad, And people in their 50s and 60s, they're still very active,
Uh-huh. Especially in your
But we
country.
but we have to really be aware that life will stop one day.
Uh-huh.
That's basically it. And this is why it's a good news and happy news that there is a life after that with Jesus Christ. And this is, and everybody who explores that finds real comfort in it. And even some people think, oh, if you believe in God, then you will not have desire to live here. No, you get much more desire to live here, and much more energy and willingness to make this life here, not just for yourself, but for maybe others,
Mm-hmm.
full of joy and good motivations and so on.
What motivates you now to keep on
What
going?
motivates me now? Well, to be honest, I just mentioned facing God one day.
You're preparing for
You
that.
know, we all have to stand in front of Him, all, all, bad and good. You know what I mean? And what is my excuse? I don't have excuse. I know. I'm reading Bible for 30 years. My goodness, I know everything there. I know, and I experienced God many times. So there is no excuse. I need to be prepared for that. I'm responsible. I'm responsible.
I'd like to hear that. I like to hear that. And that actually enlightens me. And it's so many questions like, oh, how about if I am already at his age? What I'm going to do? My children are
Mhm.
already old already. They have their own family. We'll go to separate
Mhm.
ways. And, you know,
Mhm.
I'm looking forward to that one, but still working on with this things, especially pandemic, how you earn,
Mhm.
and I'm working. We are working. Me and my husband's working separately because he is in different
Mhm.
country. So it's really hard to thinking, why do we need to work? Why do we need to have or earn money, and but into a
Mhm.
different ways we need to sacrifice, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah,
I understand.
sacrifice.
Well, that's life. That's basically life. You know what I mean? In all of that you said, that there are things that we really have to do. But in all of that, you have to, when you go a little bit deeper, when you use your magnifying glass
Uh
and
huh.
all of
I
that,
like your props.
uh, we just I don't have much props, to be honest. This is just anyway. Then you can see, oh, maybe I can change this, or maybe I'm losing something here too much. Maybe I'm losing time to spend with my husband,
Oh.
or maybe I'm losing time to spend with my children much more than I supposed to, or and then we can fix little bit by little bit, some things, you know.
Mm.
Maybe we'll not fix it perfectly, 100%
Mhm. Mhm.
ever,
Mhm. Mhm.
but at least we can work on that, and you know because we have that responsibility.
Yeah.
We have that responsibility,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh, and then we'll feel better, and things will become better if we do our part in that. So our life, there are things in our life that we can control. There are things that we cannot control, and we have to be aware of both.
So at the age of that one, foods are limited, right? I mean, yeah, you need to be more careful. You need to be more
Okay,
conscious with regarding the
about
food
what?
that you are intaking.
Food. Oh,
Yeah.
you're thinking about gaining weight?
I'm not. I'm thinking about how the lifestyle, the food comfort that you are having at the age of 57 years old. What's your food or
Uh
favorite comfort food, by the way? At that
huh.
age,
Food.
comfort food.
Uh
Mm-hmm.
huh. Okay. Okay. Comfort food. That means that you eat that and you feel comfortable,
And
and
happy.
maybe sometimes
As many as
happy. Yeah.
satisfaction. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Some people are not happy at all, and they
Uh-uh.
only happy when they eat. That's really
Okay, okay.
that's a problem. That's a red light. Why you're not happy in other things, but you're happy only when you eat.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I don't know, and I didn't think about eating food and being happy because I'm eating food.
Uh-uh.
But when I'm hungry, I eat.
Of course.
And sometimes I think, oh, I would like to eat that, and
Uh-uh.
then either I prepare that or either I go to the restaurant and
Mm-hmm.
eat it.
Mm-hmm.
But what kind of food? Domestic food, as you know, I like cooked food. There is a fast food and there is a slow food.
Okay, 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 okay.
I like slow food,
Oh, okay,
and
traditional food that you cook at home.
yeah, yeah,
Uh-huh.
basically. But sometimes, to be honest, I go and eat pizza, of course,
Uh-huh.
and
Uh-huh.
burgers or whatever. Just
Snacks.
that's normal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so that makes you not into the comfort food, but you're just eating. You eat when you are hungry, and I like that.
Yeah,
I like
you know
that.
that definition. Some people are living for food, and some
Yeah.
people are eating to live.
Oh, what the
Do you understand?
phrase?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know what I mean. You have to
That
see
gives me
where you are.
goosebumps. That gives you goosebumps.
What gives me
Uh huh. Uh huh.
goosebumps? Well, I don't like. Oh, I hate. I will say when children suffers.
Oh, nice.
When children suffers, that's something that I hate most. You know, and but when I see, especially when I see that children are helped by people
Hmm.
and take care, that gives me goosebumps
Okay.
because I really love children a lot. Children are amazing. Children are perfect. Children are just gorgeous. They are
Hmm.
so, yeah. Uh, I think perfection of humanity. Children are, because
Oh,
they are so innocent,
perfection of
nice,
humanity. Wow.
yeah,
You know, that's the homily
beautiful.
that we had yesterday. I went to church and it's all about the children. It's the passage because of their being innocence, you know.
That's
When
right.
you
That's
help
right.
children, especially those who are in need. Yeah.
That's right. Definitely.
You're a
And
very
children,
loving person. By the way,
I, I don't
Chaga,
know. I don't.
what's
I
your
just.
love language?
What is my love language? My love language is touch. I like when
Uh-huh.
I'm hugged,
Uh-huh.
and so on.
Physical
You
touch.
know,
It's more of
physical touch
uh-huh.
and
What about words? Here you hear it
maybe
word of
words
affirmation.
there
Uh-huh.
too. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
combination of these two.
Okay. I
Words.
do, I do.
Like
Hmm.
yeah, it is.
All
Yeah.
right.
What? Yeah. Go on.
When do you feel most authentically yourself? That hey, this is me. Hmm.
hmm when I'm in front of people, talking, speaking, singing, performing.
Oh,
I like that too. I used to have
performing.
a
Can you try
music
to?
band. Oh, I didn't tell you. I used to have a music band. We were doing different kinds of musics, but I mean different kinds of. I had more than one band, music band.
Oh,
But
what's your
the last,
instrument?
I play guitar.
Uh huh.
I play guitar. I play also bass guitar and
Uh huh.
drums.
Oh, very
Yeah,
talented.
we're using. We were thinking about which way we can use music, our talents, and present the gospel to people.
Nice.
That will be interesting in our context, in
It's the
our
best music. It's the
culture.
best music.
And it was old-time gospels, like when the saints go marching in. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child.
Uh-uh.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen, and all these kind of songs. You
Uh-huh.
know these songs.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
N-
Can you sing a
Do you know
song? It's
these
just like
songs?
a few lines.
Okay, when the saints go marching in, when the saints go marching in,